guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing this all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited 4x4. And a huge thanks to Zach and the rest of the management and staff here at Elder Ford in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car or truck in the Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Zach. And for those of you guys who don't know, the Tundra has been Toyota's full-size pickup since 2000. That's when the first generation was released. It took the world by storm. It was an extremely popular truck, actually winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the first model year that it was released back in 2000. And that first generation lasted up until around 2006 before the really popular second generation was released, lasting all the way throughout the end of 2021. That truck was extremely popular partially because of its glorious 5.7 liter V8, very powerful motor, enough to get the truck to 60 in the high 5-second range, which for the segment at the time was really quick for a full-size pickup truck. The only issue with that second generation Tundra was it struggled to get over 10 to 12 miles per gallon with that 5.7 liter V8. It didn't have any type of cylinder deactivation, unlike most of the segment, which can reach around like 16, 17 miles per gallon, but because of it not having the cylinder deactivation, the Tundra was one of the few trucks in the segment which would regularly see mileage of around 300, 350 plus thousand miles. But here for the third generation Tundra, we now have a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, which makes 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. This is the 4x4, enough to get this truck to 60 in the mid to high 5-second range. So as far as like 0 to 60 performance, this truck isn't much quicker than the outgoing Tundra, but as far as fuel economy, we're going to be getting a combined 20 miles per gallon, which is an improvement by over 5 for the advertised MPGs. Here we have the limited trim with the double cab, not a Crew Max. The Crew Max is about an additional $2,000, so I guess we'll see how much space is offered in the back seat of the double cab and see if the Crew Max is even necessarily necessary. The double cab limited starts at around $46,000. We have a few $1,000s in options, such as the air suspension. We have an upgraded interior, slightly upgraded camera system too. We'll check all that out in the interior, but total price around $52,000 when it's all said and done. Let's see what we get. So up front, you notice your all new updated styling, 4-piece LED headlamps for the high and low beam, daytime running strip, also LED, black headlight housing, very bold, aggressive grille. It kind of keeps that Tundra signature styling, but you can definitely see the updated design. Massive Toyota badge in the center, Tundra beneath. A lot of airflow for this 3.5 liter V6. You see your radiator and your intercooler right next to it, but overall I'm impressed with the front styling. Full front parking sensing, forward facing camera, and your fog lights right outside your little Tundra etched. The hood, I'm liking that inward bulge for the center. It kind of gives you a sharp look leading out to your Toyota badge. You see the 2022 sticker, because this is a used truck, but only about like 8,000 miles, so really not that used of a truck. The fender flares, I'm a big fan of. It's not a plastic cladding, it has like a metallic flare to it. The rims are these really nice silver and gunmetal gray contrasted 20-inch rims with a 6-piece lug pattern. The dimensions are 265/60 R20 Bridgestone Dueler HT tires. I'm liking that brake caliper too. It does look beefier than some of the other competition. Tundra badge on the driver door. We get our TRD running boards. That's about a $1,000 option. The mirrors are very large. I'm liking the black and white two-tone contrast LED turn signal on it. The glass fills up the entire frame. We get blind spot monitoring on the glass. Very large piece of glass. The window trim is all blacked out. Body color up top. 2022 Tundra 4-wheel drive, only 3,500 miles. I apologize. White exterior. 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, 17 city, 22 highway MPGs. The limited badge right on the passenger door. We get the smart access for the driver and the front passenger. The fuel cap is openable without having to pull any latches. The rear wheel and tire setup is the same thing. We get the 20-inch rims with the Bridgestone Dueler HT tires with the 265/60 R20s. Only difference is the smaller brake caliper. As far as the suspension setup, we can get a closer look. You can see your exhaust tip right outside. Frame, and similar to the Ram 1500, we do not get any leaf springs, so we'll see how the ride quality is once we take it out for a drive. The rear end, I'm liking the LED taillights, turn signals, and the reverse lights right outside your trailer hitch. I'll leave a link right here, show you what this truck is rated to tow. Full rear parking sensing. We get the 360 too. 2 mirrors on the tailgate, one for zone lighting. As far as the tailgate itself, we currently have the tonneau cover up, and I'll show you how to put it down in 1 second. And even with the tonneau cover up, it's not a big deal because we get a camera for the mirror, and you'll see the visibility. Before we check out the tailgate, I just want to show you the camera and mirror. Even with the tonneau cover up, we can see exactly what is behind us as you can tell. But anyway, as far as the tailgate, we'll take a hop back here. All you gotta do is, of course, pull the latch which says Toyota on it. It is hydraulically damped. We don't get a tailgate step, unfortunately. I kind of wish we did get one, but it's still not very tough to access. This is a 6.5 foot bed with LED lighting, AC adapter in the top right corner, and full screw-in bed liner. We can take a step inside. Oop, it's a little bit tough not without a step. Anyway, we have the 2 mirrors on the third brake light, LED light there as well to drop the tonneau cover. I'll show you guys this process. It is a tri-fold, and boom. And now we can just take a step right out. Oh, wow. It's not easy without the step, but the tonneau cover is very flush with the tailgate. Really clean appearance. We can close this thing up. It does say Tundra right up top of the tailgate with a Toyota etched in the grab handle. We'll take another step back. Tundra in the tailgate itself. I kind of wish we had some color differentiation. 4x4 in the left corner. Shout out Elder Ford of Tampa for making this review possible. But we can take a step right back here, give you guys a couple revs, and here are this 3.5 liter turbo, twin turbo sounds. Alright guys, that was of course the sound of the all-new 3.5 liter turbo. It is starting to rain a little bit, so we'll hurry this outside portion up and get inside as soon as possible. But here you have it again. As soon as you figure out the latch, we get the struts for the hood. But here you have your twin turbo 3.5 liter V6 making 389 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque, enough to get this truck to 60 in the high 5-second range. But what you see is basically what you get. The battery's in a good location when it comes to weight balance. We can shut this hood right up, take one last step back, get a great look at those daytime running lights. I really like this front end styling of the new Tundra. Comparing it to the competition, I think it has one of the more aggressive front ends. As far as the interior, this is just a mid-trim Tundra, but still pretty impressive when it comes to luxury. Additional little camera for this corner underneath the mirror, if we didn't mention. But taking a step inside, the door panel is all stitched right up top. It has this beige interior, which when I was building this truck online, we don't get a window sticker, of course, so I can't really get the best sense of features. When I was trying to spec this color interior, it said that you cannot get it without the TRD off-road package, but this truck clearly does not have a TRD off-road package, but still has a beige interior. So pretty interesting. We get more stitching beneath the upper part, which is very soft touch. Good resistance for the door handle, very nice soft stitching for the armrest. Auto one touch for all 4. We don't get dual pane windows up front, but pretty thick piece of glass. Power folding mirrors, 4-way adjustable, 2-person memory seats. Decent storage. You can probably fit a 6-inch sub with no problem. You're easily fitting 2 footlongs down here and 2 12 to 16 ounce cans. We get the 12 speaker JBL audio system. They're one of your speakers on the door panel. You have like 4 or 5 speakers up in front of your dash. Taking a step inside again, we get a running board, no Tundra nameplate, but it says Tundra on the floor mats. Fully adjustable Softac seats, heated and cooled, and the cooled function works very well. Adjustable lumbar support. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. But checking out the interior itself, we'll hop right inside and do exactly that. So first thing we notice is the steering wheel. Very thick Toyota steering wheel. The 10-2 bolstering notch is better than most of the competition. 9-3 gets some perforated leather, very nice to hold in your hands. Almost like a flat bottom design, not quite, but the 6 o'clock spoke is also very thick. So if you want to drive like a maniac with your arm on your lap, this steering wheel is very accommodating for it. The horn is also leather stitched. Toyota badge in the center. The horn itself, pretty aggressive sounding horn. People should definitely be getting out of your way. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have our volume adjustments, voice commands. You can skip your song, go up and down for your little infotainment cluster. Return, call settings. On the right side, we get cruise control, lane departure warning, hill descent control, and you can adjust the speed of your cruise control settings and the modes. This button controls your tuning for the media, so you can switch between radio stations and also skip your songs. This button, it does not skip your songs, I apologize. This is also controlling your infotainment cluster. And speaking of the infotainment cluster, we're currently looking at messages. We can see our digital speedo, average fuel economy. So 17.1 for a dealership car or a dealership truck is absolutely incredible, because this truck has spent a ton of time idling. It's been on test drives, and 17.1 mpgs really does say a lot for a dealership car. The overall safety features, you can see your compass if the GPS is not hooked up, media, tire pressure. You can see how much your trailer brake is being activated, and you can also see the trailer mode blind spot monitoring. and you can adjust the pitch and roll for the off-road settings. Trip information too, tire pressure. You can turn off your lane keeping assist, PCS, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors. You can disable rear cross traffic alert. RSA you can disable, trailer settings, trailer light check, vehicle settings, and the overall settings all are configurable. My personal favorite to look at all times though is the digital speedo, so we'll leave it there. About 5,800 for the tach, 120 for the speedometer, fuel gauge, coolant temperature, oil temperature, and the voltometer right up top. Traffic sign recognition, and you can see the information of your air suspension as well. The dashboard is just a hard touch material, but as we mentioned, we get 5 speakers right in front of the dash. We get the camera mirror, which you can turn on and off, and these buttons configure the garage home link settings, as you see right up top. The settings for the camera mirror are right here, so you can position the zoom and the view to your liking. 14-inch touchscreen, and the resolution is just downright incredible. You have to subscribe for the navigation, which is also interesting, so we're not going to be able to show you the GPS unless, unfortunately, I can't show you guys the navigation screen for some reason. That's kind of stupid. You have to subscribe and go through like a mobile app account to figure that out, but the resolution is still incredible. I hope you guys can still pick it up. You get your vehicle settings, trip information, and overall settings down here. I'm just going to go through the guest account. I don't want to set anything up for the potential owner of this truck. But as far as the backup camera and the camera system in general, look at this. The resolution is absolutely ridiculous. The 360 camera has some of the best resolution in the business. You get a little trailer liner upper in the center, guidance lines and trajectory. You can view between the front and rear view. The front view also has guidance lines, no trajectory though, but we do get guidance lines for the front view. You can press this button, you can see your blind spot views, and for the front and rear, adjust between angles. Wow, what a configurable display. That's actually super impressive. Wow. And also for the front view, you get this little marker so you can see exactly how far away you are from the curb. You press this button, we do not get access to it for some reason, but you press this button, you can see everything that's in your tailgate. The tonneau cover is currently closed, so you can't really see through the tonneau cover, but it's still nice to have. You press the auto button, it turns everything on, I guess, automatically. But we can return to the park, and it returns us immediately to our home screen. I guess my personal favorite to look at all times would just be this little media player, but beneath that, dual zone auto climate control, heated and ventilated seats, which is a nice feature. You get your trailer backup guide. This button shows us our overhead 360, which is an absolutely fantastic feature. You can see everything around your nice double cab Toyota Tundra. It doesn't pick up the tonneau cover, but it really does pick up everything else. Press this button and it takes us right back to our home screen. You can turn off the traction control, adjust the air suspension with these 2 buttons, electronic parking brake with auto hold, wireless charging pad, ton of storage as well. 2 cup holders with a pass-through, good spot for a phone, 2 different levels of heights for the cup holders. Drive mode select, you can adjust between sport, normal, and eco. We'll start this review off in normal, transition into sport, and see what the differences are. Tow haul mode, you can adjust between tow plus and tow haul, but I'm not going to be taking it into any of the tow modes because we're going to be keeping this thing without a trailer. 4-wheel drive, you push, you can adjust between 2 high and 4 high and 4 low. We'll start the review off in 2 high, maybe try an offline acceleration in 4 high, but I don't think the wheel spin's going to be too drastic, but just in case, we want to keep the rubber intact for this dealership car, so we'll try it out in 4 high. Additional storage for this little cubby. This thing closes up, opens up more storage. You can open this piece up and access this massive center console. You're easily fitting like 3, maybe 4, possibly 5 2-liter bottles of soda in here. Easily a 12-pack. The USB-C port, coin holders, and a business card holder in the other corner. Massive when it comes to storage. The glove box has this faux carbon fiber trim above it. Soft leather above the glove box itself. You can pull the latch. Not the largest, but it's a 2-tier storage. I'd expect you to fit between 10 to 15 license plates. I would expect a larger glove box, and unlike most of the competition, we do not get a second tier of glove box storage. Up top, we have our sunglass holder, LED interior lighting. The sunroof, you just press and it opens up automatically. Not the largest, but it does bring a decent amount of light into this cabin. Pretty nice day in Tampa, Florida. Right now it's sunny and about 90 degrees. In about 10 minutes it's probably going to be raining. We're at that time of the season where Lord knows what's going to be happening in Florida. It's already rained twice throughout this review. But I'll leave the sunroof or the shade open so when we hop out back, you get a pretty good sense of how much light is brought into the cabin. But that's about it for this front seat, guys. To the left of the steering wheel, we can turn on our bed lights, auto high beams. You can turn off our engine start stop. Interior brightness, odometer, trip. This button, not quite sure. Let me know in the comments section. You press it and it simply just gives you a light. in the corner, maybe it's your parking sensors that you can disable, heated steering wheel, and our AC adapter. Beneath, you can get a good look at your pedals, massive dead pedal. But other than that, what you see is basically what you get. We can take a hop out of here, check out the back seat of the 2022 Tundra Limited, but this is just the double cab, so you're not going to get a whole lot of rear seat space. Hard plastic for the door panel. The entire door panel back here is hard plastic. 2 JBL speakers. The seats are pretty comfortable, solid bolstering, but as you see, the legroom, not the most impressive. So I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. I have enough space back here. My knees are like not really touching yet. My footroom is solid, so for long trips I wouldn't really have a problem back here. But if you're over 6'2", I don't think you'd want to spend a whole lot of time in the back seat. But anybody under 6'2" should have absolutely no problem back here. So if you want to save a couple $1,000, you don't always have people in your back seat, I'd recommend just going with the double cab. I think the space is more than enough. As far as like air vents, we do not get them, unfortunately. One USB port, one USB-C port, and an AC adapter. Down over here, additional storage, 2 cup holders. The center cubby doesn't have a string. You got to really jab your hand into it. Pretty soft for the leather. I've never seen a cup anywhere close to this shape. Kind of looks like a baseball diamond with a little phone slot in the center. But pretty nice. The 5th window, of course, opens up with those top controls. Interior lighting, still LED back here. Pretty decent light brought into the cabin thanks to that decently sized sunroof. Grab handle to help the smaller passengers enter the back seat of this Tundra. If I didn't mention, map pockets behind both of the front seats. But that's about it for the interior and exterior of this all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited double cab 4x4. Let's just walk around it one more time, get a good look at the exterior styling, and I actually really like the exterior styling. I would prefer the Crew Max, but even this double cab has a very bold appearance to it. But other than that, that's about it for the interior and exterior of this all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited double cab. Let's take it out for a drive. Alright guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of this all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra Limited double cab. Let's take it out for a drive. The first thing I notice is you see your front-facing camera with your 360. As soon as you put it into drive, once you hit a certain speed, it turns off. We haven't hit that certain speed yet, but I'm sure we will. Coming out to the stop sign. The gas pedal feels responsive for a turbocharged engine. The steering feels surprisingly on center. We lean into it right here about halfway. Ooh, that boost kicks in. And you can hear that little blow off too. Interesting. The guy in front of us currently is driving with the door open. You see something new every day out here in Florida. But we'll hop out onto that multiple lane highway as soon as we get the chance, and I'll catch right back with you. And as soon as like you're lined up in traffic, the camera system also turns on. We can see exactly how far everyone was away from us, which is an interesting feature. The tech in this truck is extremely impressive, but okay, these guys don't even know where the hell they're going. It looks like after this truck, it is all us on the multiple lane highway and leaning into the gas pedal right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, goodbye F-150. This thing can take off. It's not going to blow you away in terms of speed, but I can definitely feel that 0 to 60 in the higher 5-second range, maybe like the low 6s. It feels strong. If that light happened a little bit sooner, we could have tried an acceleration off the line, but we can slow down a little bit. No one's behind us. We're not going to do it off the line. That's just obnoxious on the highway. But a little low speed highway pull on the gas. Boost kicks in. And, ooh, it feels strong. Honestly, though, it doesn't feel really noticeably stronger than the V8 competition. The Ford EcoBoost, in my opinion, feels like it accelerates stronger. But that low end torque, ooh, once that boost kicks in, it definitely gets you up to speed. In the low RPMs, it feels noticeably stronger than a V8. But up top, pretty comparable. But cruising along on this highway at highway speeds, the ride quality is truly excellent. You feel just about nothing through the road. The air suspension out rear definitely helps, but overall, just the ride quality in general just feels very composed. As far as handling and body roll, it feels like there's less compared to like the Ram 1500, but it doesn't feel quite as flat as a GM truck. It feels comparable to a Ford truck. This truck in general just reminds me a little bit of a Ford truck. Outside of the interior definitely has a lot of Toyota to it. But on the gas, yeah, when that boost kicks in, this thing can really start to get up and go. But it's not faster than an F-150. Definitely not. It doesn't feel faster. Also doesn't feel as fast as a GM 6.2, doesn't feel as fast. Well, it feels equally as fast as a Ram 1500 with the 5.7 liter Hemi. But right here, it looks like we can try out an acceleration off the line. I don't even think we need to put it into four-wheel drive. It probably won't spin the wheels, but right here, off the line, on the gas, let's go. No wheel spin, a little bit. Woo, there we go. Let's go. No, it feels very strong. That power feels good. We get to highway speeds with very little issues. And the road noise, very limited. You hear way less road noise compared to like the C8 Corvette that we just reviewed in this channel. The ride quality is fantastic. You feel basically zero bumps. The steering feels strong as far as like highway passing power. On the gas. Yeah, it definitely gets up to speed very well. And as you step off the highway, the steering still feels on center. We can try it out in sport mode. See the differences are. The steering doesn't really change up by much. Maybe a little bit. I don't notice a whole lot of difference through the wheel. And we're still only spinning around 1500 RPM. So we keep our overdrive gears even in sport mode, which is pretty reassuring. We'll see how the throttle changes up once we step out to this next road. Steering feels solid in this truck. Doesn't feel as good as a GM truck, but it's comparable to a Ford. One more step out. We'll try it out in sport mode on the gas. Yeah. Nice. It feels just as strong. It doesn't feel faster in sport. We'll try like a half throttle acceleration. But wow, you hear nothing. It's such a quiet interior. We only get single pane windows, and this truck is just so ridiculously quiet. About halfway, yeah, more sensitive throttle, but not by much. Nice. And this 10-speed auto, it has a very crisp shift to it. I'm liking it overall. All in all, this truck is a great value. It starts around $35,000 for the base model, and they all come equipped with this very powerful motor. And you go with the double cab 4x4 limited, you have a decent amount of space out rear, more than enough for somebody that's 6 feet tall, and you get a base price around $46,000 with all the options and tech you could possibly want or need. So you're undercutting just about most of this vehicle's competition in terms of price. The performance is solid, 0 to 60 in the high fives, low fours. Definitely nothing to complain about. The luxury, you have every option and feature you could possibly want. The soft tech seats are heated and ventilated. Again, what else could you possibly want in a pickup truck? That tonneau cover, I showed you guys how it works. It does its job, but it's a factory option. Not all Tundras come equipped with it. But all in all, guys, if you're in the market for a light duty, full-size pickup truck, you don't want to break the bank, but you do want all the luxury and tech that you get from the competition, this is the perfect way to go, because in the competition, if you want cameras like this, camera mirror, you want the air suspension, want the 480 pound-feet of torque, 490 horsepower, you're gonna have to pay a lot more money than around $52,000 like we have in this 2022 Tundra. So overall, would I recommend this truck? Yes and no. If you're looking for the ultimate tower, you want the ultimate power and performance, this really isn't for you. If you want the ultimate space, the double cab, of course, is not for you. Go with the crew cab. But if you're looking for the best balance, you want the balance between the performance, the luxury, the tech, and the price. You don't want to be paying more than $60,000 for a truck. I think the Tundra Limited 4x4 is a great way to go. Other than that, guys, I want to give a huge thanks to Zach and the rest of the management and staff here at Elder Ford in Tampa, Florida for making this review possible. If you're in the market for a new car or SUV or truck in the Tampa area, I'll definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Zach. And huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know I have endless gratitude for all the subscribers. You know, the channel's just not possible without you guys, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars or trucks you'd like to see reviewed in this channel too. And I'll definitely try to get those videos for you as soon as possible. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.